So I think, ponder. It's day 13, which means it is Salmon Bay Day. Now, the late finish again last night. Late tea. My legs were stinging when I came to bed, just restless. Could have done with, like, does it sound strange, like stretching them, but I had no much space in here. So, I've done as much stretch as I could. Less sleep. I'm on an angle, so I've got stuff at this side today, and a little bit at this side. Normally I sleep up this side here and keep all my kit down this other side, because I started off with my head up here last night, down to this bottom corner because of the angle I'm on. I slid. I was lying at a funny pitch all night, and then I've been awake since. It rained till about 4. The wind picked up, which was good, but that's a rain just come back on right now. So I thought it was quite good because it'll dry the tent off with all that wind and it'll blow all that rain away, but clearly there's some more. I'll hit my Garmin and get a weather report, but I've been in a dilemma because it's doable to go to the Cape today. I've got 2 kilometres at a bog left. There's a good bit of road walking today between a couple of little villages, and then 4x4 track to the bay, which is about 20, it's probably 21 kilometres to get to the Salmon Bay, and then I think 11, 12 I think it is to the Cape. But I could stay up there. I think they've got basic accommodation if you need it, or you could hike on along the coast, which I was contemplating doing, but I think it would mean it'd be another long day of walking for a start, and I want it to be a good memory, not I was knackered when I got to the Cape. And part of going to Salmon Bay is the reflection, is it's part of doing this trail. Everyone goes to Salmon Bay and spends the night and looks at the sea, and it's totally different. So I think if I was going to go to the Cape today, it'd all be about just doing it in 13 days, which is fast. 14 days is fast, but it's not why I'm here. So I'm going to stay at the beach tonight, Salmon Bay. I'm going to walk into Reconic, see if I can get some breakfast. I'll have a cereal bar. I didn't soak any oats last night. I thought I can't be bothered, because I know that there's places up here, and I think there's a couple of places at Kinloch Burvey or beside there you can get something. Then I think what I'm going to do, I'll go to London Shores, which is another famous stop, and I might go down to the shops and buy some stuff for eating today on the beach. Just something different. I really got a fancy for a sausage roll. I don't know what it is. I like sausage rolls, but not to the point where I really want a sausage roll. So, day 13 though. How have I got here in 13 days? Well, if that bastard had let me on his pitch last night, I wouldn't have been here in 13 days. But I would have been. 13 days. I feel pretty good still. My left hand knee, the one I strapped up yesterday, it was a bit tender last night. I put my CBD muscle rub on it, but I could tell it was restless when I was sleeping. But it feels a lot better today. Just knocked the light up. Oh, day 13. No blisters. This is where I had a hot spot. I'm going to stick a plaster on there today and on my heel, just to be safe. Not looking good. Well, they don't look good, but... Day 13! Day 13! I'm walking through a bog! So I've just left camp. Brutal spot. It was nice on a nice day, but it was windy, it was wet. Oh, you dirty little Raj. Stop, because I need to concentrate here. So anyway, heading to Sandwood Bay today. Feeling good. My knee's a bit iffy. I'll get some like ibuprofen or something, Nurofen or something when I get to Kinlochbervie, a couple of hours. Apart from that, alright, as long as this rain stays off. It's windy today, which was good because it meant the tent dried out this morning, which is good. My clothes were wet to put on, just some sweat at the top, but they're dried out already, they dry out quick, same as these trousers, dry out instantly. So I just don't put much layers on because I get hot quick, so I just need to keep moving. So just pondering while walking along here, heading to the Connacht, with a kilometre to go, and I'm thinking, you know, if there's things you want to do in life, you need to go out there and get them. Go out there and get it. And I know people will say, oh, it's alright for you. I've repeatedly said this, but if you want to go out and do something, you can do anything you want, honestly, anything. So I seen Victoria posted last night, it was a year ago today. I was in Durness Beach and I pointed towards the lighthouse and said, Victoria, I'm going to do that Cape Raft Trail. Now I'd been wanting to do it for longer than that, but I declared it to her and said I was going to do it. But by declaring it, it meant I had intention. So for me to have, realistically, I had to make way for just shy of 3 weeks to allow to do it, just because I didn't know how long it was going to take. To that you know, it's impossible. I can't have 3 weeks off, not with the kids. It's not my time to be off and stuff. I'd have to do it when it was my holidays, but that still wouldn't have given me 3 weeks. So there's always an excuse, but there's always a way to do it. There's always a mean. You just got to want to do it. You've got to want to be able to do something. So stop being a victim. Stop being the person that says, I can't. You can. You honestly can. You know, in a year, I planned it and I've walked it. Well, I've not finished it yet, but I'm only 24 hours away. But you can do anything you want if you put your mind to it. It's the mind. It's the ego. It's the mind. It's a mindset. If you want to go on a holiday, but you can't afford it, yes you can. There's a way and a mean. Stop spending your money on shit. Stop fucking buying nonsense. Get rid of Sky TV. Get rid of all the things that cost you money, because if there's something you really want to do, take some of the shit out of your life that you don't need to get what you want. Or go and get another job. Change your job. Maybe your job's not right for you. Or go and get a second job. Or find a rich partner. There's always a way, and I mean, to do it. So just change the mindset. Choose something you want to do. Pick it. Set a date. Declare it. Tell people your intention.
I wasn't going to do this walk for charity, I was going to do this just for me, because it's something I've wanted to do for a long time. But when Arnie passed away, I knew I was going to do it for him. I knew I was going to carry this gin and tonic, and I was going to use it as a memory and just a bit of reflection. And I didn't think it would be as deep as it has been, but by declaring it, and then I added a charity, I ain't letting people down. So I've gone from just doing it for myself, which I wouldn't let myself down anyway, but things can come in the way, sideline you and try and stop you. But see, when you've got other people like Sharon, Arnie's wife, I don't want to let them down. Dave, his brother, I don't want to let these people down. I don't want to let myself down. I ain't letting anyone down. When I say I'm going to do something, I'm doing it. If I believe in something, I'm doing it. I give it 100%, 110%, and that's what I'm doing. So just get on with it, get it done. Here's one for the Sandown boys. You'll never take me alive, cop. Ah! Oh dear. This is where to find it. Mr. Ritson, I've been waiting on you. Ka-chink. Oh dear. Draconic. There's a toilet and a phone box. Handy. Kinloch Burview Hotel open all year, it says. Kinloch Burview is where we're going. A year and ago on a day, we drove past here, me and Victoria, on the way back from Durness, and I seen this sign. It said Kinloch Burview, and she said, "You go through there, don't you?" I said, "Yeah, let's go and drive down so I can have a look at it." But she wouldn't drive down. She says, "No, I'll leave it as a surprise." I was like, "What?" But I get it now, because I'm so excited to go into here, because there's somewhere I can get food, somewhere I can get some snacks, and it's only a little short hop and a skip. Right, wait to change my GPS. I was back at Clookhead Kennels again. This is when you get excited. This is small things in life that really do fill you full of surprises. Let's hope they're open. These guys, please don't let me down. I've saved myself for you. Oh, it says open. I see a neon sign saying open. Old schoolhouse, just before Kinloch Burview. Whoa! Full breakfast, coffee, 2 cans of Coke. Whoa! Service was amazing, Mum was great, and the young girl. Just great service, and you know what? Got to support these guys, and that really hit a spot for me. So, back on track. Get to Kinloch Burview, pick up a few goodies for tonight, sit on the beach and eat rather than eating same monotonous nonsense that I've out of pouch, dried food that I've been eating, which, tell you what, does the job, but you crave nonsense. It's amazing the simple things in life. that breakfast, 2 cans of Coke. I don't really even do fizzy juice, but Coke, Coke's like a superpower. Everyone goes on about that blooming Red Bull. I think Coca-Cola does the job, you know. But, whew, 2 cans of Coke, a pot of coffee, and a full breakfast, and you know, simple things make you happy. when you're living out a rucksack for 13 days, them simple things. Going sitting on a toilet to do the toilet, and like having toilet roll at your hand and not having to dig a hole. Oh man, you do take so much in life for granted, really. But I tell you what, getting them boosts, get a right lift in your step and you're raring to go. Worst thing is when you aim for these places like Whitehall Bridge Hotel the other day. Oh man, that just flattens you when they're not open. It just takes the bounce out of you and deflates you, and oh, it's the total opposite. So you can't rely on these places. But that old school house there that I've just been in, I've never seen a bad word about that place, from photo doing the crepe wrath or whatever. It's fantastic, and it just what the doctor ordered. Oh, day 13. Woo, 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 woo. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Fort William to Cape Wrath. Coca-Cola pumping through my veins. Coca-Cola pumping through my veins. Coca-Cola pumping through my veins. Dragging my ass up this hill. Oh, we're on our way with the Coca-Cola pumping through my veins. Coca-Cola pumping through my veins. Top hit that, you know. The famous London stores. I think he sells everything in here. Everything that you don't need, probably. But you've got to visit it. Part of doing this trail. Just met 2 guys at London stores, and they are just hiking from north to south. They'd done south to north last year, and they said their weather last year was atrocious. They said it's really windy on the beach, because that's where they camped last night, and they said to try and get your tent pitched on the dunes, it's near on if possible. But on the way in, there's a little area beside the ruins, which I do know of. It's worth getting in there because it's sheltered, so I'll have to see what the wind's like on my way in, so I can assess what's going to happen, because it's pretty windy. So even though I wanted to camp on the dunes, that might not be a realistic possibility, but we'll see. We'll crack on, see what happens. Hiked over all of them, through them, over them, round them. Oh man, what an epic journey. Life-changing journey, honestly. Whew. So emotional. So the question is, have I even left? Have I left Aberdeenshire if I'm still in Berby? Inverbervie. So you can come down this road here, and you can go in past the church and past the manse, round this loch and up that path I can see in the distance, or you can come this way into the town, which I'm going to do. I'm going to go and buy some stuff for the tent for tonight. I need to get some ibuprofen for my knee. It's not doing too bad, just in the downhills, but we'll get into the town, support them. I bought some stuff when I was in London stores, so I actually bought myself a pack of batteries. I thought I'm gonna have a battery and a coffee tomorrow morning to get my ass up over that last leg. So that's what we're having for breakfast. But I'm going to maybe go and buy something that I can have for my dinner tonight. But you know what? Even more fitting. I think I'm just going to go and have a little look at this. And a little memory to all who served. Quite fitting for today. Got Monzo, mate. RBS done one on me when they decided to close all their branches. Makes it a bit difficult to do business banking when they're not around. And they charge so much money as well, to be honest. Just been to the shop for this evening. Some Nurofen for my knees, some champagne for the beach. So one thing I didn't pack that I should have was some of them little candles, that little tea tree candle things. So if you're at a bothy, you've got a candle to light it and you can just leave them there. A lot of folk had left them, so it wasn't a problem, and a lot of folk had when I was in there. I don't really need, but they don't weigh much and it's handy to leave them anyway. Like I've left coffees and stuff because I took a load of coffee sachets and tea sachets and I've hardly drunk any of it. I'm not a big coffee and tea drinker. I like a coffee in the morning and then that's me. But a lot of mornings I've just wanted to eat my soaked oats and get going. But some of them little candles I should have packed. And I'll have to put that on my list for next trek to remember, because sometimes them little things are the things that make a difference. Holy schmoly, it's windy. The wind's picked up. Sort of dawned for you Navy guys out there, or forces. I've donned my chin stay. That's what we need. Not getting into trouble for cutting my chin stay out so I can make a bow for my number ones. This bad boy wouldn't make that good a bow. Oh, feels good today. It's funny how you don't mind looking like an absolute knobber when you're doing a walk like this. I would never walk round Stonehaven like this. Oh my god. Oh, look. Looky. It's me back on track because I went into Kinlochbervie. Instead you could have come in around the back of that manse just after I showed you. Come along here and out and back on track. So I'm back on track. 10.9 kilometres to go to the beach. Check this beauty out. Oh man, that's a stunner. Look at the colour of the beach. Some place for a post box. 7 kilometres from the beach. It says Thursday's the next pickup. Doesn't say what Thursday. It could be any. Tell you what, it's windy. Holy schmoly. Some sign. Hippies use side door. Right. Welcome to Sandwood Bay. 6.59 kilometres to go along here. So, a bit out of date. Always is. I've checked online, we're all good. Even though I'm finishing tomorrow, still got to do your Adobe, finish on fresh pants and socks. I can see it. I can see the lighthouse. I can see it in the distance. Oh my god. Sandwood Bay. Sandwood Bay. Look at the lighthouse. Fuck a dog. it's so windy. And I can't pitch on the beach in this wind. And the dunes are a bit exposed, so I'm going to go over to the other side and by the cliffs. See if that's any better. If not, I've got to make a command decision and go back out of here, find a spot back on the path where there's a wee bit of shelter, or I dig deep and I go all the way. But I don't really want to do that today. Hopefully we'll be okay up this other side. This woman just stopped me coming down the dunes, and she says, "Is the pathway back up there?" I said, "Yeah." "Okay, where have you come from?" I said, "Fort William." "What do you think she said?" "Today." "I've come from Fort William today." "Oh yeah, with my..." I didn't, you know, it's not a rucksack, it's a jetpack. What the hell, man? It's going to be a problem tonight. Dirty bastard for two reasons. One, throwing your litter. Two, for eating a pot noodle. Crib tonight. Tell you what, I've deployed the delta pegs, doubled up on them to pick up pegs. The problem's not the pegs coming out, the problem's the tent ripping. Try to find a good area. Found a sand dune down there, but it's like if the wind changes it'll be a tunnel. So I've tried to be as low and as close to this rock. I'll just keep everything packed tonight just in case, so that if I do have to abandon ship or abandon tent, and the path for the trail's just here as well, so I've crossed right up, so we're in a good place, allegedly. This is day 13 Cape Wrath Trail, Samwood Bay. Stormy kind of day, but I was just thinking about this antler. Now, an antler is a deadly thing. It is a weapon. How could you make this, actually, question for you Foxy, how could you make this antler even more deadly than it is? Through dart, ant, staz. Now that's a deadly weapon. How'd you get all the ships in the world in this antler? Calling all ships, calling all ships, calling all ships, calling all ships. The old ones are the best. So, Sandwood Bay. We've not done it yet. We've still got 12 kilometres to go in the morning. Well, probably 11 and a half because I've come up this hill. Carried this last wee gin and tonic for toast tomorrow at the lighthouse at Cape Wrath, in memory of my best Oppo and brother from another mother, Arnie. Anthony is his real name, Anthony. So I've carried this for 360 kilometres, and these I've carried for about 335 kilometres. This is, you know, it's funny because his name's Anthony, and it's been emotional. Not in the way that I want to quit, far from it. I've loved every day. Every day's been a slog in its own right, but at no point have I found it a slog. It's been the most surreal experience in my life. Quite life changing. It's a bit are. But I'm saving this for tomorrow at the lighthouse. I've got a bottle of champagne that I'm going to have to think of the memories of my walk today and the walk for the past 13 days, because this is for my toast to Arnie tomorrow, and I don't want to do that today. I don't want to be thinking of Arnie today, really, in that way. This is about all the collective days today. So this is my day, tomorrow's Arnie's day. Well, Arnie's and mine, where we have this final drink together. But what a place. I want to go for a swim. I want to go for a wild swim. The only problem is there's 40 mile an hour winds and I'm behind this dune. I'm scared to leave my tent. I'm going to sleep with my clothes on and I've packed my bag, so that if I've got to get up and go, I'm getting up and going. Unless it dies down, I ain't going down that dune to go in there in case this thing flies past me with all my kit. So that can wait for another day. But Armando, we're coming. We're coming. Trail. 13 days. Samwood Bay. And I'm still feeling strong. Bit of a gammy knee, but I'm alright. I feel good. 12 kilometres to go tomorrow. And that's when I open my gin and tonic to toast Arnie. Not tonight. Not tonight. Tomorrow's my day with Arnie. I was going to get a tin of Red Death, an old Navy McEwan's export. When I went to the shop today, they didn't have Red Death, so I upgraded and I thought, you know, I'm going to have a bottle of fizz. I know it's only another kilogram and a bit, 750 grams for the glug and plus the glass bottle, but hey, when you've taken an antler and a gin and tonic all this way, what the hell. And this will be a candle holder when we get home. Victoria will do something with it. Right, now we're going to eat my pork pies and my chilli sensations. What a place. Okay, Arnie tent dit, night 13. Mind my duds in the background. I could have given you a better view, but it is meant to be tent dit. So I saved this dit. Now there's a few other dits that I could have spun, but I did think cause more trouble than it's worth. But today's dit is, we were on HMS Sandown and we went to Sandown and we had to take a pass boat, so a little boat from our boat to take us to the jetty, but the jetty was via an amusement. So we went out, me and Arnie and the guys went out, but me and Arnie stayed out a bit later like we used to always. Had an extra few drinks, got back to the amusements to get the pass boat back to the ship, and we'd missed the last one, lo and behold. But we were told it would be okay, they'd leave us locked in the amusements and we could stay there until the first pass boat in the morning. So Arnie goes up to the cashier desk, gets in behind it, there's no money there, gets in behind it and he's going, Richie, come and ask me for some money. So I had to queue up while he's going, yes please. I say, hey, can I get some 20s and some 2s please? And he's pretending to count me out this money. And then we started playing, I think it's like that puck hockey, where it's like a snooker table, and then you hit the puck back and forth in the air jets. Obviously it was off, everything was off, so we couldn't switch anything on. We got our 2p out our wallet, our pocket, we put it on the table, and we were like banging it back and forth and using it as the game, even though the machine wasn't on. We were just like kids in a sweetie shop, and Arnie picked a teddy bear up and he flung it out the window. Woohoo, woohoo, he said. Flung it out the window. And then we were in the toilet, but the toilets were all locked. So we both went for a pee in the... There was a tree, like a palm tree in the hall. So we were peeing in a palm tree pot, but obviously it wasn't a real palm tree, even though when you piss you think it's a real palm tree, and it's just coming straight out the bottom of the palm tree pot and onto the carpet. We left there in the morning, got back on board, we were duty, and the rest of the ship's company were marching up and down the street in some parade, and boys came back and said, hey, the police are looking for you. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And Aaron's going, yeah, whatever. And he said, no, you really are, you're in trouble because of what you done last night. But no one knew what we'd done, so it was like, shit. I said, Arnie, we need to go and fess up. If we don't fess up, we're going to be in deeper crap. Fuck that, mate, fuck that, he said. But then he realised, shit, we are in a shit. So we went on the jetty and tried to sort it out, and we were told that we had to come back to see the police officer in a week's time, which now caused trouble with the skipper. So we had to leave the ship a week later from Pompey, go back to, I think it's Isle of Wight or something, get the bus, get a train, and then we got to the police station. The ship had sailed, so we were going to have to go and meet it somewhere else. I think it was going away to Guernsey or something, but it was going, I can't remember where it was going, Bristol, I can't remember, off the top of my head, I can't remember. But that's irrelevant. We got to the police station. We were told by the skipper that on no circumstances were we to go out and get pissed. So we went to the police station. We thought, right, we're in a shit here, we're in serious trouble. Went in and the copper said, right, are you willing to take your trouble? Yes. Okay, the amusements don't want to charge you, but you've got to pay for damages. And we're like, what fucking damages? Oh, we didn't damage anything. And then he went, okay, you were seen on CCTV throwing a teddy out the thing. You peed in a plastic plant and it went all over the carpet and had to get it cleaned. And we're like, right. So here's the bill, and we were both like, Jesus. And the bill came out, and the guy charges £10 for the teddy, and it was like 80 quid to vax the carpet. And we were like, what? So we were like, here's the money straight away. Went away from there, straight out of the piss to celebrate. Just been sitting reflecting about this whole trip. And the wind's died down a bit. Hopefully it'll stay down, because this is just spectacular. Minus my shoes drying. April, day 13, done. Good night.